Good afternoon and welcome to the Gilbert and Sullivan Society of Maine's 48th Annual Opera. My name is Theodore DeMoss. I'm the current president of the company and got some housekeeping notes. So the exits are in the front and rear of the auditorium. There'll be no flash photography, and now is a good time to turn off your phone. Now I'd like to thank the cast, crew, musicians, artists, and most importantly, all of you. Without further ado, Ruddigore.
maidens, you sing well, but vainly. For Rose is still heart-free, and looks but coldly upon her many suitors.
It's very disappointing. Every young man in the village is in love with her, but they are appalled by her beauty and modesty, and won't declare themselves. So, until she makes her own choice, there's no chance for anybody else.
This may be the only village in the world that possesses an endowed corps of professional bridesmaids who are bound to be on duty every day from 10 to 4, and it is at least 6 months since our services were last required. The pious charity by which we exist is practically wasted.
We shall be disendowed! That will be the end of it! Dame Hannah, you're a very nice old person. You could marry if you'd like. There's old Adam, Robin's faithful servant, and he loves you with all the frenzy of a boy of only 14.
Nay, that may never be, for I am pledged to an eternal maidenhood. Many years ago I was betrothed to a godlike youth who wooed me under an assumed name. But on the very day upon which our wedding was to have been celebrated, I discovered he was no other than Sir Roderick Murgatroyd, one of the bad baronets of Ruddigore, and uncle of the man who now bears that title. As a son of that accursed race, he was no husband for an honest girl. So madly as I loved him, I left him then and there. He died but 10 years since, but I never saw him again.
But why should you not marry a bad baronet of Ruddigore?
All baronets are bad, but was he worse than other baronets?
Oh, my child, he was a curse.
Curse? By whom? Not you, I trust.
The curse is on all his line, and has been since the time of Sir Rupert, the first baronet. Listen, and you shall hear the legend. Sir Rupert Murgatroyd, his leisure and his riches, he ruthlessly employed in persecuting witches. With fear that made them quake, he'd duck them in his lake. He'd break their bones with sticks and stones and burn them at the stake.
This sport he much enjoyed, did Rupert Murgatroyd. No sense of shame or pity came to Rupert Murgatroyd.
Once on the village green, a palsied hag he roasted, and what took place, I think, shook his composure boasted. For as the torch blade seized on it with a gleam, the writhing dame mid fire and flame yelled forth this curse on him. Each foot of Ruddigore, disguised his best endeavor, shall do one crime or more, once every day forever. This doom he can't defy, however he may try. For should he stay his hand, that day in torture he shall die. The prophecy came true, each heir who held the title had every day to do some crime of import vital, until with guilt or pride, I'll sin no more, he cried. On the day he said that say, in agony he died.
Was in Scenic Design, has died each Murgatroyd, and a surge of walk of one of each town in Murgatroyd.
charity as is thy wont?
A few gifts, dear aunt, for deserving villagers. Lo, here is some peppermint rock for old Gavin Ganderby. A set of false teeth for pretty little Ruddigore March. And a pound of snuff for the poor orphan girl on the hill.
Rose, pity it is that so much goodness should not come to make some gallant youth happy for life. Rose, why dost thou harden that little heart of thine? Is there none here away whom thou couldst love?
Even if there were such a one, verily it would ill become me to tell him so.
Well, nay, dear one. Where true love is, there is little need of prim formality.
Hush, dear aunt, for thy words pain me sorely. Hung in a plated dish cover to the knocker of the workhouse door, with naught that I could call mine own save a change of baby linen and a book of etiquette. Little wonder if I have always regarded that work as a voice from a parent's tomb. This hallowed volume, composed, if I may believe the title page, by no less an authority than the wife of the Lord Mayor, has been, through life, my guide and monitor. By its solemn precepts I have learnt to test the moral worth of all who approach me. The man who bites his bread or eats peas with a knife, I look upon as a lost creature. And he who has not acquired the proper way of entering and leaving a room is the object of my pitying horror. There are those in this village who bite their nails, dear aunt. And nearly all are wont to use their pocket combs in public places. In truth, I could pursue this painful theme much further, but behold, I have said enough.
But is there none among them who is faultless in thine eyes? For example, young Robin. Oh, he combines the manners of a Marquis with the morals of a Methodist. Couldst thou not love him?
And even if I could, how should I confess it unto him? For lo, he is shy, and saith not. If somebody the chance to be, who loved me in a manner true, my heart would point him out to me, and I would point him out to you. But he says of those who point, their manners must be out of joint. You may not point, you must not point, it's manners out of joint to point. Had I the love of such as he, some quiet spot he'd take me to, then he could whisper to me, and I could whisper to you. But whispering or some women is contrary to etiquette. Where can it be? Now let me see. Yes, yes, is contrary to etiquette. If anyone knew I knew, polite and gentle, neat and trim, then I could hint as much to you, and you could hint as much to him. But hint is in fairness hint, it's most unladylike to hint. You may not hint, you must not hint, it says you mustn't hint in print. But if I loved him through and through, true love and not a passing whim, then I could speak of it to you, and you could speak of it to him. But here I find it doesn't do to speak until it's spoken to. Where can it be? Now let me see. Yes, yes, don't speak until you're spoken to. Poor aunt. Little did the good soul think that when she breathed the hallowed name of Robin, that he would do even as another.
But he resembleth all the youths in this village, in that he is unduly bashful in my presence, and lo, it is hard to bring him to the point. But soft, he is here.
Mistress Rose,
Master Robin.
I wish to say that it is fine.
It is passing fine.
But we do what rain.
Aye, sorely. Is that all?
Yes, that is all.
Good day, Master Robin.
Good day, Mistress Rose. I beg your pardon,
You were about to say?
I would fain consult you.
Truly?
It is about a friend.
In truth, I have a friend myself.
Indeed. I mean, of course.
And I would fain consult you
About him.
about her.
Let us consult one another. I know a youth that loves a little maid, but his face is a sight for to see. Silent is he, for he's modest and afraid. He's as timid as our youth can be.
I know a maid who loves a gallant youth. Hey, but she sickens as the days go by. She cannot tell him all the sad, sad truth. Hey, but I think that little maid will die.
Poor little man,
Poor little maid,
poor little man.
poor little maid.
Now tell me, pray, and tell me true, what in the world should a young man do? He cannot eat and he cannot sleep, but his face is a sight for to see. Daily he goes for to wail, for to weep. He's as wretched as a youth can be.
She's very thin and she's very pale. Hey, but she sickens as the days go by. Daily she goes for to weep, for to wail. Hey, but I think that little maid will die.
Poor little maid,
Poor little man,
poor little maid.
poor little man.
Now tell me, pray, and tell me true, what in the world should a young man do?
If I were the youth, I should offer her my name. Nay, but her face is a sight for to see.
If I were the maid, I should fan his honest flame. Hey, but he's bashful as a youth can be.
If I were the youth, I should speak to her today. Hey, but she sickens as the days go by.
If I were the maid, I should meet the lad halfway, for I really do believe that timid youth will die.
Poor little man,
Poor little maid,
poor little man.
poor little maid.
I
Thank you, sis, for your counsel true. I'll tell that youth what ye ought to do. Poor child. I sometimes think if she wasn't quite so particular that I might venture. No. Even then I should be unworthy of her.
My kind master is sad. Poor Sir Ribbon Mc...
Hush! Breathe not that hated name as you love me. 20 years ago, in horror at the prospect of inheriting that hideous title,
And with it the ban that compels all those who succeed the baronetcy to commit one deadly crime per day for life. I fled my home and concealed myself in this innocent village under the name of Robin O'Capple. My younger brother, Despard, believing me to be dead, succeeded to the title and its attendant curse. For 20 years I've been dead and buried. Don't dig me up now.
Oh, dear master, it shall be as you wish. For have I not sworn to obey you forever in all things? Yet, as we are alone, and as I belong to that particular description of good old man to whom the truth is a refreshing novelty, let me call you by your own right title once more. Sir Ribbon Murgatroyd, Baronet of Ruddigore. That is like 8 hours at the seaside.
My poor old friend, would there were more like you.
Would there were indeed. Oh, but I bring you good tidings. Your foster brother Richard has returned from sea. His ship, the Tom Tit, rides yonder at anchor, and he himself is even now in this very village.
My younger foster brother? No, that cannot be.
It is even so. And see, he comes this way.
But she proved to be a frigate, and she up with her ports, and fires with a 32. It come on coming near, but we answered with a cheer, which paralyzed the parlez-vous, do you see? Which paralyzed the parlez-vous.
Which paralyzed the parlez-vous, do you see? Which paralyzed the parlez-vous.
So our captain he up, and he says he, that chap we need not fear. We can take her if we like, she is sorted for to strike, for she's only a Dormountsier, do you see? She's only a Dormountsier. But to fight a French fellow, it's like hitting of a gal. 'Tis a lubberly thing for to do. And we with all our faults, why we're sturdy British salts, well she's only up for parlez-vous, do you see? Well she's only up for parlez-vous.
Why she's only up for parlez-vous, do you see? Well she's only up for parlez-vous.
So we up with our helm as we scuds before the breeze, as we gives a compassionating cheer. Froggy answers with a shout as he sees us go about, which was grateful of the poor Mountsier, do you see? Which was grateful of the poor Mountsier. And I'd wager in their joy they kissed each other's cheek, which is what them foreigners do. And they thank our lucky stars we were hardly British tars who took pity on a poor parlez-vous, do you see? Who took pity on a poor parlez-vous?
Who took pity on a poor parlez-vous, do you see? Who took pity on a poor parlez-vous?
such as yours that cause our flag to be loved and dreaded throughout the civilized world.
Why, Lord love you, Rob. That's but a trifle to what we have done in the way of sparing life. I believe I may say, without exaggeration, that the merciful little tomtit has spared more French frigates than any craft afloat. But, take for a British seaman to brag, so I'll just stow my jaw and tackle and belay. But, that's even messmate. What's brought you on, Cockbill?
Alas, Dick, I love Rose Maybud, and I love in vain.
You? Love in vain? Come now, that's too good. Why, you're a fine, strapping, muscular young fellow, tall and strong in the top-gallant mast, taut as a forestay. Aye, and a baronet's boot, if all had their rights.
Hush, Richard! A word about my true rank, which none here suspect. But yes, I know well enough that few men are better calculated to win a woman's heart than I. I'm a fine fellow, Dick, worthy of any woman's love. Lucky the girl that gets me, says I. But I'm timid, Dick. Shy, nervous, modest, retiring, diffident. And I cannot tell her, Dick, I cannot tell her. Besides, you have no idea what a poor opinion I have of myself, and how little I deserve it.
Robin, you call to mind how, years ago, we swore that, come what might, we would always act upon our heart's dictates.
I did, and I've always kept that oath. In doubt, difficulty, and danger, I've always asked my heart what I should do, and it has never failed me.
Right. Let your heart be your compass, with a clear conscience for your binnacle light, and you'll sail 10 knots in a bowline, clear of shoals, rocks, and quicksands. Well now, what does my heart have to say in this here difficult situation? Why, it says, Dick! It says, calls me Dick, because it's known me from the belly. Dick! It says, you ain't shy, you ain't modest, speak up you for him as is! Robin, my lad, just you lay me alongside, and when she's becalmed under my lee, I'll spin her on and she'll serve to fish you two together for life.
Will you do this thing for me, can you? Do you think? Why, yes. There's no false modesty about you. But you're what I would call bumptious self-assertiveness, I mean this expression in a complimentary sense, has already made you a bosun's mate, and will make an admiral of you in time if you work it properly. You incompetent old imposter. My dear fellow, I'd give my right arm for 1/10 of your modest assurance. My boy, you may take it from me, that of all the afflictions accursed, of which a man saddled and hampered and addled, a diffident itch is the worst. As clever can be, a Crichton of early romance, you must stir it and stump it and blow your own trumpet, or trust me, you haven't a chance. If you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stump it and blow your own trumpet, or trust me, you haven't a chance. Now take for example my case of a bright intellectual brain. In all London city there's no one so witty, I've thought so again and again. Of a highly intelligent face, my features cannot be denied. But whatever I try, sir, I fail, sir, and why, sir? A modesty personified. If you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stump it and blow your own trumpet, or trust me, you haven't a chance. As a poet I'm tender and quaint, of a passion and fervor and grace. From Ovid and Horace to Swinburne and Morris, they all of them take a back place. Then I sing and I play and I paint, though none are accomplished as I. To say so a treason, you ask me the reason.
Why? No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did. I'm diffident, modest, and shy. If you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stump it and blow your own trumpet, and trust me, you haven't a chance. If you wish in the world to advance, your merits you're bound to enhance. You must stir it and stump it and blow your own trumpet, and trust me, you haven't a chance.
It's a thousand pities he's such a poor opinion of himself, for a finer fellow don't walk. Well, I'm doing my best for him.
Pay for him as though it was for your own father.
That's what my heart's remarking to me just now. But here she comes. Steady, steady it is. By the Port Admiral! But she's a tight little craft. Come, come. She's not for you, Dick. And yet, she's fit to marry Lord Nelson. By the flag of old England, I can't look at her unmoved.
Sir, you are agitated.
Aye, aye, my lass. Well said. I am agitated, true enough. Took flat back, my girl. But 'tis not, 'twill pass. This here heart of mine's a dictating to me like anything. Question is, have I a right to disregard its promptings?
Cannot watch to relieve thine anguish, for it seemeth to me that thou art in sore trouble. This apple.
No, my lass, take that. I'm took flat aback. I never see anything like you in all my born days. Power buckle me if you ain't the loveliest gal I ever set eyes on. There, I can't say any fairer than that, can I?
No. The question is it meet that an utter stranger should thus express himself? Yes, always speak the truth.
I no thought to saying this here to you on my own account, for, truth to tell, I was chartered by another. But, when I see you, my heart up and says it, this is the very last for you, Dick. It says, speak up to her, Dick. It calls me Dick, because we was at school together. Tell her, old Dick. It says, never sail under false colors, it's me. That's what my heart tells me to say. And in my rough, common sailor fashion, I've said it. And I'm a-waiting for your reply. I'm a-trembling, miss. Look here. That's nervousness.
Now, how should a maiden deal with such an one? Keep no one in unnecessary suspense. Behold, I will not keep you in unnecessary suspense. In accepting an offer of marriage, do so with apparent hesitation. I take you, but with a certain show of reluctance. Avoid any appearance of eagerness. Though you will bear in mind that I am far from anxious to do so. A show of emotion will not be misplaced. Pardon this tear.
Rose, you've made me the happiest blue jacket in England. I wouldn't trade places with the Admiral of the Fleet. No matter who he's a-hugging of at this present moment. But, asking your pardon, miss. Might I be permitted to salute the flag I'm going to sail under?
An engaged young lady should not permit too many familiarities. Once.
The battle's roar is over, oh my home, embrace thy tender lover, oh my lord, from a tempest welter, from wars alarms, oh give me shelter within those arms, oh give me shelter within those arms, thy smile alluring, our heart ignoring, is
spoken to her?
Aye, my lad, I have, so to speak, spoke to her.
And she refuses.
Why, no, I can't truly say she did.
Then she accepts. My darling.
Hail the bridegroom, hail the bride, now the nuptials are
What is she supposed
discussed.
to do when she's embraced by the wrong gentleman?
Belay, my lad, belay, you don't understand.
Oh, sir, belay, I beseech you.
You see, it's like this. She accepts, but it's me.
You?
Hail the bridegroom, hail the bride, when the
Will you be
nuptials
quiet?
are discussed.
Now then, what does this mean?
My poor lad, my heart grieves for thee. But it's like this. The moment I see her, and just as I was going to mention your name, my heart up and says it, Dick, you've been in love with her yourself. It says, be honest and say her like. Don't skulk under false colors. Speak up, it says. Take her, you dog, and wither my blessing.
Hail the bridegroom, hail the bride, when the nuptials
Hold your
are
tongue, will you? Go away!
Vulgar girls! What could I do? I'm bound to obey my arch dictates.
Of course, no doubt. I don't mind. That is, not particularly. It's just, it is disappointing, you know?
Oh, but sir, I know not that thou didst seek me in wedlock, or in very truth I should not have hearkened myself to this man. For behold, he is but a lowly mariner, and very poor withal. Whereas thou art a tiller of the land, and thou hast fat oxen, and many sheep and swine, a considerable dairy farm, and much corn and oil.
But that's true, my lads, but it's done now, ain't it, Rob?
Still, it may be that I should not be happy in thy love. I am passing young, and little able to judge. Moreover, as to thy character, I know not.
Nay, Rose, I'll answer for that. Dick has won thy love fairly. As broken-hearted as I am, I'll stand up for Dick through thick and thin.
Thank you, best mate. That's well said. That's spoken honest. Thank you, Rob.
Yet, methinks I have heard that sailors are but worldly men, and little prone to lead serious and thoughtful lives.
And what then? Admit that Dick is not a steady character? That when he gets excited, he uses language that would make your hair curl? Grant that, he does. It's the truth, and I won't deny it. But what of that? Look at his good qualities. He's as nimble as a pony, and his hornpipe is the talk of the fleet.
Thank you, Rob. That's well spoken. Thank you, Rob.
But it may be that he drinketh strong waters, which do amuse a man, and make him even as the wild beasts of the desert.
Well, suppose he does. And I won't say he doesn't. For rum's his vein and ever has been. He does drink. It's the truth and I won't deny it. But what of that? Look at his arms. They're tattooed to the shoulder. No, not a word against Dick.
But I think I've heard that sailors are but rarely true to those whom they profess to love.
Granted. And I won't say he isn't as bad as any of them. You are. You know you are. You devil of a fellow. You out-and-out Lothario. But what then? You can't have everything. And a better hand at turning a dead-eye don't walk a deck. And what an accomplishment that is in a family man. No, not a word against Dick. I'll stand up for him through thick and thin.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you. You're a true friend. I've acted according to my arch dictates, and orders such as them no man should disobey.
In sailing all I search and wide, your life must be your only guide. What psalm is he in favoring wine? Yourself in pond you'll surely find.
My heart says to this maiden strike. She's captured you. She's just the sort of girl you like. You know you do. If all the men her heart shall gain, I shall resign. That's what it says to me quite plain. This heart of mine, this heart of mine.
My heart says you will prosperous not with fingers wide. You mean to settle what you've got upon your grind. It don't pretend to shake my hands, but word aside, it merely states the simple facts. This heart of mine, this heart of mine.
Since my horse is white, its nose is black.
should be your guide. But it is awkward when you find a heart that does not know it's mine. A heart that does not know it's mine. A heart that does not know it's mine. A heart that does not know it's mine.
Cheerily carols a lark over the cot. Merrily whistles a clock, scratching a blot. But the lark and the clock I remark comfort me not. Over the ripening peach buzzes a bee. Splash on the very beach comes the sea. But the peach and the beach there reach nothing to me. And why, who am I, daft mad, crazy me, that Margaret, mad why, yes, very, but why, big, stary, don't call. Shh. No
you mad?
I? No. That is, I think not.
That's well. Then you do not love Sir Despard Murgatroyd.
All mad girls love him. I love him. I'm poor mad Margaret, crazy Meg, poor Meg.
Thou lovest the bad baronet of Ruddigore. Oh, horrible, too horrible.
You pity me? Then be my mother.
A squirrel had a mother once, but she drank, and the squirrel fled. Hush! They sing a brave song in these parts, which runs somewhat thus.
The cat and the dog and the little puppy sat down
Well, I forget what they sat down in, but so the song goes. Listen, I have come to pinch her.
Mercy, whom?
You mean who?
Nay, it is the accusative after the verb.
True. I have come to pinch Rose Maybert.
Rose Maybert.
I love him! He loved me once, but that's all gone. Fished! He gave me an Italian glance, thus. And made me his. He will give her an Italian glance. And make her his, but it shall not be. Roll, step on her, step on her, step on her. Did you ever kill anybody? No. Why not? Listen, I killed a fly this morning. It buzzed and I would not have it, so it died. Pop. So shall she.
But behold, I am Rose Maybert, and I would fain not die. Pop.
You are Rose Maybert.
Yes, sweet Rose Maybert.
Strange. They told me she was beautiful. No, if I thought that, I would treat you as the auctioneer and the land agent treated the ladybird. I would rend you asunder.
Nay, be pacified, for behold, I am pledged to another, and we are to be wedded this very day.
Swear that to me. Come to a commissioner and let me have it on affidavit. I once made an affidavit, but it died. It died. But see, they come. Sir Despard and his evil crew. Hide. They're all mad. Quite mad.
What makes you think so?
Hush. They sing choruses in public. That's mad enough, I think. Go! Hide away! They will seize you! Hush! Quite softly! Quite softly.
Welcome, gentry, for your entry. Sets our tender hearts a-beating. Then of station admiration, roses on offended greeting. Hearty greeting, hearty greeting, offer we.
When thoroughly tired of being admired by ladies of gentle degree, with flattery, sainted, I phone and inflected away from the city we flee, for From charted to mural to printing to swirl, the sun in transition is simply a vision. Now Amaryllis, Mamoni, and Phyllis, your slaves for the moment are we. Your slaves for the moment. Your slaves are we.
The sons of the tillage who dwell in this village are people of low degree. Though honest and active, they're most unattractive, and all the work is hard with your need and be. Their clumsy farmers, waxes, and charmers, and drivers, and bowmen, and drummers, and cowmen, editors, and readers, and writers, and keepers, but never a lover for me. But never a lover for me.
They come Amaryllis, Mamoni, Phyllis, tired of being admired by ladies of gentle degree. Their flattery seems like flaming and flaming away from the city. We free from charted to mural to printing to swirl, the sun in transition is simply a vision. Come Amaryllis, Mamoni, Phyllis, your slaves for the moment are we. Your slaves for the moment. Your slaves are we.
Oh, why am I moody and sad? And why am I guiltily mad? Because I am thoroughly mad.
Oh, yes.
You'll see it at once in my face. Oh, why am I husky and hoarse?
Oh, why?
It's the workings of conscience, of course.
Fine.
And huskiness stands for remorse.
Oh, my.
At least it does so in my case. When in crime one is fully employed,
Like you,
your expression gets warped and destroyed.
it's you.
It's a penalty few can avoid.
How true.
I once was a nice-looking youth, but like stone from a strong catapult,
A trice.
I rushed at my terrible coat.
That's nice.
Observe the unpleasant result.
Not nice.
Indeed, I am telling the truth. Oh, innocent, happy though poor.
That's me.
If I had been virtuous, I'm sure
Like me.
I should be as nice looking as you're.
Maybe.
You are very nice looking indeed. Oh, innocence, listen in time.
We go.
Avoid an existence of crime.
Just so.
Or you'll be as ugly as I.
No, no.
And now, if you please, we'll proceed. Poor children, how they loathe me. Me, whose hands are certainly steeped in infamy, but whose heart is the heart of a little child. But what is a poor baronet to do when a whole picture gallery of ancestors step down from their frames and threaten him with an excruciating death if he hesitates to commit his daily crime? But I am even with them. I get my crime over the first thing in the morning. And then, for the rest of the day, I do good. I do good. I do good. 2 days since, I stole a child and built an orphan asylum. Yesterday, I robbed a bank and endowed a bishopric. Today I carry off Rose Maybud, and atone with a cathedral. This is what it is to be the sport and toy of a picture gallery. But I'll be bitterly revenged against them. I shall give them all to the nation, and nobody shall ever look upon their faces again.
Ask your honor's pardon, but...
Observed, and by a mariner. What would you with me, fellow?
Your honor, I'm a poor man-of-war's man, becalmed in the doldrums.
I don't know them.
And I make so bold to ask your honor's advice. Does your honor know what it is to have a heart?
My honor knows what it is to have a complete apparatus for the conducting of the circulation of the blood through the veins and arteries of the human body.
Aye, but has your honor a heart that ups and looks you in the face and gives you quarter-deck orders that it's life and death to disobey?
I have not a heart of that description, but I have a picture gallery that presumes to take that liberty.
Well, your honor, it's like this. Your honor had an elder brother.
It had?
Who should have inherited your title, and with it, its curse.
Aye, but he died! Oh, ribbon!
He didn't.
He did not.
He didn't. On the contrary, he lives in this here very village under the name of Robin O'Cap, and is going to marry Rose Maybud this very day.
Ribbon, alive, and going to marry Rose Maybud? Can this be possible?
Now, the question I was going to ask your honor is, ought I to tell your honor this?
I don't know. It's a delicate point. I think you ought. Mind, I'm not sure, but I think so.
That's what my art says. It says, Dick. It says, calls me Dick, because it's entitled to take that liberty.
That there young gal would recoil from him if she knowed who he really were. Ought you to stand off and on, and never fire a shot across her bows to bring her to? No!
It says,
You did not ought.
and I won't ought, according.
Then you really feel yourself at liberty to tell me that my elder brother lives, that I may charge him with his cruel deceit and transfer to his shoulders the hideous thraldom under which I have labored for so many years. Free! Free at last! Free to live a blameless life and to die beloved and regretted by all who knew me. You understand? I think I do. With rigor and shaking, the steps will be taken. It's neatly planned.
I think so too. You readily bet it. You'll never regret it. For duty must be done. The rule applies to everyone. And painful though that duty be, you shirk the task for fiddly-dee. You shirk the task for fiddly-dee. You shirk the task. You shirk the task for fiddly-dee.
The bridegroom comes.
Likewise the bride, the maidens are very elated and merry. They are her chums.
To lash her pride, were almost a pity, the pretty committee.
For duty must be done. The rule applies to everyone. And painful though that duty be, you shirk the task for fiddly-dee. You shirk the task for fiddly-dee. You shirk the task. You shirk the task for fiddly-dee.
Agitated yet elated, he's in easy circumstances, young and lusty, true and trusty. Smiling summer leaves upon the shady every blessing of her native Sweden, Irish Sweden, bloom they all be bright someday. Autumn's gone, winter's gray. Winter still is far away, far away, fa la 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 la. Leaves in autumn fade and fall, winter is the end of all. Spring and summer teem with glee, spring and summer and falling. La 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 Autumn's toil, winter rest. Winter after all is best. After all, fa la 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 la. Spring and summer pleasure you, autumn I and winter too. Every season has its cheerful story of a year.
ere you wed each other, I claim young Robin as my elder brother. His rightful title I have long enjoyed. I claim him as Sir Riven Murgatroyd.
Oh, wonder!
It is not.
Ah, base one! Ah, base one!
As pure and blameless peasant, I cannot I regret. Deny truth unpleasant, I am that baronet.
He is that baronet.
But when completely written, that baronet am I. That I am what he stated, I'll recklessly deny.
He'll recklessly deny.
When I'm a bad part, I will tell Terri-Ann.
We'll tell Terri-Ann when he's a bad part.
I'll play a bad part on the false of the fiddle.
On very false fiddles to play a bad part.
But until that takes place, I must be conscientious.
Be conscientious until that takes place.
Do with good grace to my morals and intentions.
Morals and intentions, I do with good grace. I do with good grace with his morals and intentions.
When I'm a bad part, I will tell Terri-Ann. On very false fiddles to play a bad part. I'll play a bad part on the falsest of fiddles and tell Terri-Ann when he's a bad part.
When he's a bad part, he will tell Terri-Ann on very false fiddles to play a bad part. He'll play a bad part on the falsest of fiddles and tell Terri-Ann when he's a bad part. When he's a bad part, he will tell Terri-Ann on very false fiddles to play a bad part.
Who is the witch who hath betrayed thee? Let him stand forth.
'Twas I.
My traitor!
Hold! My conscience made me withhold your wrath. In this breast there beats a heart whose voice can't be gainsaid. It's bade me thy rank impart, and I at once obeyed. I knew to fly thy body fate, I knew to cause the anguish great. But did I therefore hesitate? No, I at once obeyed.
It's too hard, having no robbers ranking hard. Immediately obeyed.
Excuse me, I'm a virtuous person now.
That's what I do.
And I to Margaret must keep my vow.
Have I misread you? Oh,
I once disliked you, now that I've reformed, how I adore you.
Kill the breaker, kill the bride, let the festival on his time. Every day will bring some joy that can never, never die.
happy the filly that lays in her pride, but happier than any, a pound to a penny, a lover is when he embraces his bride. Oh, happy the flowers that blossom in June, and happy the powers that gain by the moon, but happy by ours the man of descent, who fully regretting his manner forgetting, his manner netting, and needs to repent.
Oh, happy the blossom that blooms on the leaf, likewise the blossom that sings on the tree. Yet you know the blossom that cannot compare, the greatest of the return of the dance of the beautiful people, spending the best of good fare.
Oh, wretched the debt who is signing a deed, and wretched the letter that no one can read. But very much better their lot it must be than this person I'm making, this person whose head there's the person alluding to me.
Oh, happy the lily when kissed by the bee, and sipping drink really quite happy is he. And happy the filly that lays in her pride, but happier than any, a pound to a penny, a lover is when he embraces his bride, embraces his bride, embraces his bride.
greater precision without the elision Sir Ribbon Murgatroyd. Ha ha!
And I who was once his valet de sham, his steward I'm now employed. Ha 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 ha! The Dickens may take him, I'll never forsake him, as steward I'm now employed. Ha ha! How dreadful when an innocent heart becomes before some bad young bard, and still more hard on old Adam, his former faithful valet de sham, his former faithful valet de sham, his valet de sham, his valet de sham, his valet de sham.
This is a painful state of things, old Adam.
Painful indeed. Dear Masterman, when I swore that come what would, I would serve you forever in all things, I little thought to what a pass it would bring me. The confidential advisor to the greatest villain unhung. Now, sir, to business. What crime do you propose to commit today?
Well, how should I know? As my confidential advisor, it's your duty to suggest something.
Sir, I loathe the life you are leading. But an old man's oath is paramount, and I obey. Richard Dauntless and pretty Rose Maybud are here to ask your consent to their marriage. Poison their beer.
No, no, not that. I know I'm a bad bard, but I'm not as bad a bard as all that.
Well, there you go. There's no sense my making suggestions if you don't adopt them.
Well, how would it be then, do you think, if I should lure him here with cunning wile, bind him with good stout rope to yonder post, and then, by making hideous faces at him, curdle the very hot blood in his arteries, freeze the very marrow in his bones? What say the Adam? Is the scheme not well planned?
It would be merely rude, that's all. But soft, they come.
Happily coupled are we, you see. I am a jolly jackdaw, my star, and you are the rarest, the richest, and fairest of innocent lasses you are, my star, of innocent lasses you are. And by a favoring gale you sail over a treacherous sea with me, and as for bad weather we'll brave it together, and you shall creep under my lee, my wee, and you shall creep under my lee, my wee. For you are such a smart little craft, such a neat little sweet little craft, such a bright little tight little slight little light little trim little prim little craft.
Such a neat little sweet little craft, such a bright little tight little slight little light little trim little prim little craft.
My hopes will be blighted, I fear, my dear, and I'm like you'll be going to sea for free. And all of my wishes you'll go to the fishes as though they were never to be for me, as though they were never to be. And I shall be left till I won't trouble, and we met your courage seemed complete. Well, you'll be asserting your freedom by flirting with every woman you meet. You cheat, ah, with every woman you meet. Ah, though I am such a smart little rat, such a neat little sweet little craft, such a bright little tight little slight little light little trim little prim little craft.
For she is such a smart little craft, such a neat little sweet little craft, such a bright little tight little slight little light little trim little prim little craft.
So ho, pretty one. In my power at last.
I have those within my call, who at my faintest bidding could immerse ye in a most uncomfortable dungeon. What ho within there?
Hold. We are prepared for this. Here is the flag that none dare defy. And while this glorious rag floats above Rose Maybud's head, the man does not live who would dare lay an unlicensed hand upon her.
Foiled in by a Union Jack. There will be a day, and then...
Nay, let me plead with him. Sir Ribbon, have pity. In my book of etiquette, the case of a maiden about to be wedded to one who unexpectedly turns out to be a baronet with a curse on him is not considered. Time was when you loved me madly. Prove that this was no selfish love by according your consent to my marriage to one who, if he be not you yourself, is the next best thing. Your dearest friend.
But still, in the eyes of one as strictly regulated as I used to be, a crime. But will my ghostly ancestors be satisfied with what I have done, or they regard it as an unworthy subterfuge? Oh, my forefathers, wallowers in blood, there came a day at last when, sick of crime, you, each and every, vowed to sin no more, and called welcome death to part you from your cloying guiltiness. Let the sweet psalm of that repentant hour soften your long dead hearts, and tune your souls to mercy on your poor posterity.
beware.
God, vision, who art thou, that thus with thy sea glare and stern and endless brow appearest, who knows how?
I am the spectre of the late Sir Roger Murgatroyd, who comes to warn thee that thy fate thou canst not now avoid.
Alas, poor ghost,
the pity you fret for not being known. We spectres are a jollier crew than you perhaps suppose. We spectres are a jollier crew than you perhaps suppose. When the night wind howls in the chimney cows, and the bat in the moonlight flies, and inky clouds like funeral shrouds sail over the midnight sky, when the footpad quails at the night bird's wail, and the black dogs bay at the moon, it is the spectre's holiday. Then is the ghost I know. Oh, then is the ghost I know. I know. Then is the ghost I know. As the sound of the breeze sweeps over the trees, and the mists lie low on the pen, from great tombstones I gathered the bones that once were women and men, and away they go with a mop and a mope over revels that end too soon. For cockcrow limits our holiday, the dead of the night I know. The dead of the night I know. I know. Toast to their churchyard bands take flight, with a kiss perhaps on her Latin chaps, and a grisly grin good night, to welcome knell of the midnight bell rings forth its jolliest tune, and ushers in our next high holiday, the dead of the night I know. The dead of the night I know. I know. The dead of the night I
I recognize you now. You're the picture that hangs at the end of the gallery.
In a bad light, I am.
Are you considered good likeness?
Pretty well. Flattering.
Because as a work of art, you are full.
I am crude in color, but I've only been painted 10 years. In a couple of centuries, I shall be an old master, and then you will be sorry that you spoke lightly of me.
May I ask why you've left your frames?
It is our duty to see that our successors commit their daily crime in a conscientious and workmanlike fashion. It is our duty to remind you that you are evading the conditions under which you are permitted to exist.
Well, I don't know what you'd have. I've only been a bad baronet a week, and I've committed a crime punctually every day.
Let us inquire into this. Monday?
Monday was a bank holiday.
True. Tuesday?
On Tuesday, I submitted a false income tax return.
That's nothing!
Nothing at all. Everybody does that.
You're expected to.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday, I forged a will.
Whose will?
My own.
My good sir, you can't forge your own will.
Can't I, though? I like that, I did. Besides, if a man can't forge his own will, then whose will can he forge?
There's something in that.
Yes, it seems reasonable.
At first sight, it does. Fallacy somewhere, I can't think.
A man can do what he likes with his own.
I suppose he can.
So a man can forge his own will, stupid. On Thursday, I shot a fox.
Better! Pass the fox, I think. Yes, pass the fox. Friday.
On Friday, I forged a check.
Whose check?
Old Adams.
But old Adam hasn't a banker.
Well, I didn't say I forged his banker, I said I forged his check. On Saturday, I disinherited my only son.
Oh. But you haven't got a son.
Well, no, not yet. I've disinherited him in advance to save time. You see, by this arrangement, he will have been born already disinherited.
I see. But I don't think you can do that.
My good sir, if a man can't disinherit his only unborn son, then whose unborn son can he disinherit?
These arguments sound very good, but I can't help thinking if they were reduced to syllogistic form, they wouldn't hold water. Now quite understand us. We are foggy, but we do not permit our fogginess to be presumed upon. Unless you undertake to, suppose we say, carry off a lady. Yes, those who are in favor of his carrying off a lady. Those of a contrary opinion, oh, you are never satisfied. Unless you undertake to carry off a lady at once, I don't care what lady, you perish in inconceivable agony.
Carry off a lady? No, not on any account. I have the highest respect for ladies. I wouldn't do anything against them for worlds. I'm not that kind of baronet, I assure you. If that's all you have left to say, you best go back to your frame.
Very good. Let the agonies commence.
I can't stand it.
Painful, isn't it? It gets worse by degrees.
No, stop a bit, stop. I wish to speak.
Better?
Yes, better.
Well, do you consent?
But it's a most ungentlemanly thing to do.
As you please. Carry on!
Stop it! I promise! It shall be done!
Today!
Today!
At once!
At once! I apologize, I retract. I had no idea it was anything like that.
He answers to a call. We do not ask for more. A sturdy fellow, after all this latest ruddy gore. A sturdy fellow, after all this latest ruddy gore. All perishing unheard of folk who dare our wheels defy. We want your pardon ere we go. We want your pardon ere we go for having agonized you so. So pardon us, so pardon us, so pardon us, or die. So pardon us, so pardon us, so pardon us, or die.
I pardon you. I pardon you.
He pardons us, he pardons us, he pardons us, or die.
won't do. I've seen them. My ancestors, they just call. They say that I must do something desperate at once, or perish in horrible agonies. Go. Go to yonder village, carry off a maiden, and bring her here to me at once. Doesn't matter which, I don't care. But, not a word, but obey! Fly! Away, Mars, compunction hands, go mortal force, go penitence. To virtue's plea a long farewell. Of piety I ring thy knell. Of guiltiness, of deadliest hue, of desperate deeds, of daring do. For 35 years I've been sober and wary. My favorite tipple came straight from the dairy. I kept guinea pigs in a Belgian canary, a squirrel, white mice, and a small black and tan. I played on the flute and I drank lemon squashes, Macintoshes, and shoes that would someday be known as galoshes, the type of a highly respectable man. For the rest of my life I abandon propriety, visit the haunts of bohemian society, waxworks and other resorts of impiety, placed by the moralist under a ban. My ways must be those of a regular satyr, on carryings on I must be a first-rater. Night after night in the wicked theater, it's hard on a highly respectable man. For the man who has spent the first half of his tether on all the bad deeds you can bracket together, then goes and repents on a cap and a feather. Society pets him as much as it can. It's comfort to think that I go now improper. I shot on the whole of done more than improper. He who was once an abandoned tip-topper, but now is a highly respectable man.
At my wild extravagances, but be so kind to bear in mind
we were the victims of circumstances. That is one of our blameless dances. I was once an exceedingly odd young lady,
suffering much from spleen and vapors.
Clergymen thought my conduct shady.
She didn't spend much upon linen drapers.
It certainly entertained the gamers. My ways were strangely harmed or ranged.
Paragraphs got into all the papers. We only cut respectable papers. I've livelihood we're gaining.
In fact, we rule a national school.
The duties are dull, but I'm not complaining. This sort of thing takes a deal of training. We have been married a week.
One happy, happy week.
Our new life,
Is delightful indeed.
so calm.
So unimpassioned. Master, all this I owe to you. See, I am no longer wild and untidy. My hair is combed, my face is washed, my boots fit.
Margaret, don't! Pray, restrain yourself. Remember, you are now a district visitor.
A gentle district visitor.
You are orderly, methodical, neat. You have your emotions well under control.
I have. Oh, Master, when I think of all you've done for me, I fall at your feet. I embrace your ankles. I hug your knees.
Hush! This is not well. This is calculated to provoke remark. Be composed, I beg.
You are angry with poor little Mad Margaret?
No, not angry. But a district visitor to learn to eschew melodrama. Visit the poor by all means, and give them tea and barley water. But don't do it as if you were administering a bowl of deadly nitrate. It upsets them. Then when nursing sick people and finding them not as well as could be expected, why go into hysterics?
Why not?
Because it's too jumpy for a sick room.
How strange. Oh, Master, how shall I express the all-absorbing...
No!
Yes, dear. I know. It shan't happen again. Shall I tell you one of poor Mad Margaret's old thoughts? Well, when I'm lying awake at night and the pale moonlight streams through the latticed casement, strange fancies crowd upon my poor mad brain. And I sometimes think, if there were a word that we could hit upon, a word for you to use when I'm about to relapse, a word that's teeming with hidden meaning, something like Basingstoke. It might recall me to my saner self, for after all, I'm only poor Mad Margaret, crazy Meg, poor Meg.
Poor child. She wanders. But soft, someone comes. Margaret, pray recollect yourself. Basingstoke, I beg. Margaret, if you don't Basingstoke at once, I shall be seriously angry.
Basingstoke it is.
Then make it so.
Despard and his young wife, this visit is most unexpected.
Shall I fly him? Shall I tear him limb from limb? Shall I rend him asunder? Say but the word and I will...
Basingstoke!
Basingstoke it is.
Then make it so. My brother, I still call you brother despite your horrible profligacy. We have come to urge you to abandon the evil course to which you have committed yourself, and, at any cost, to become a pure and blameless ratepayer.
But I've done no wrong yet.
No wrong. He's done no wrong. Did you hear that? No wrong. No wrong.
Basingstoke!
Basingstoke it is.
My brother. I still call you brother, you observe. You forget that in the eye of the law, you have been a bad baronet of Ruddigore for 10 years, and are therefore responsible, in the eye of the law, for all the misdeeds committed by the unhappy gentleman who occupied your place.
Oh, bless my heart, I hadn't thought of that. Was I very bad?
Oh, awful, wasn't he?
And I've been going on like this for how long?
10 years. Think of all the atrocities you've committed. By attorney, as it were. During that period, remember how you trifled with this poor child's affections. How you raised her hopes on high. Oh, don't cry, my love. Basingstoke, you know. Only to trample them into the dust when they were at the very zenith of their fullness. Oh, fie, sir! Fie! She trusted you.
Did she? What a scoundrel I must have been. There, Margaret. It's all right. Don't cry. It's all right. Birmingham? Birmingham. That's right. Basingstoke. Basingstoke.
Make it so.
It's all right. Don't cry. He's married you now. That is, I've married you. I say, which one of us has married her?
Oh, I married her.
And I'm glad of that. And anything more disreputable than my conduct seems to have been I've never even heard of. But my mind is made up. I will defy my ancestors. I will disobey their behests, and thus, by courting death, atone in some degree for the infamy of my career.
I knew it! God bless you!
Basingstoke.
Basingstoke it is.
My eyes are fully open to my awful situation. I shall go at once to try to break and make a man oration. I shall tell him I've recovered my forgotten moral senses, and I don't pay tuppence halfpenny for any consequence. But do not wish to perish by the sword or by the dagger, but a martyr may indulge a little, put in a little slugger, and a word or two of compliment my vanity would flatter, but I've got to die tomorrow, so it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter.
I'm not a little mad and generally silly. I should leave you my advice upon the subject willy-nilly. Should show you in a moment how to grapple with a question, and you'd really be astonished at the force of my suggestion. The subject I shall write your most valuable letter, full of excellent suggestions, so I feel a little better, but at present I'm afraid I'm as mad as any matter. So I keep it to myself, for my opinion doesn't matter.
Her 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 opinion doesn't matter.
If I had been so lucky as to have a steady brother who could talk to me as we were talking now to one another, who could give me good advice when he discovered I was ignorant, which is just the very thing for which I knew I had been hurt. Like just would have made a rather interesting nibble, and I might have lived a rather decent individual, but this particularly rapid, unintelligible matter isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter.
If it is, it doesn't matter. If it is, it doesn't matter. This particularly rapid and intelligible pattern isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter. This particularly rapid and intelligible pattern isn't generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter.
If I had been so lucky as to have a steady brother who could talk to me as we were talking now to one another, we're hooking. Didn't you go to class? What did you discover? Now, sir, which is a very which one? Like, you want to make a rather interesting little letter, like a little letter, rather decent individual. Let us make a little rather than tell you a matter. It's generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter. If it is, it doesn't matter. If it is, it doesn't matter. Let's take a very rapid and intelligible matter. It's generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter. Let's take a very rapid and intelligible matter. It's generally heard, and if it is, it doesn't matter.
Master, the deed is done.
What deed?
She's here, alone and unprotected.
Who?
The maiden. I've carried her off. She made a job of it, though. She fought like a tiger cat.
Bless my heart, I'd forgotten about her. I'd hoped to have died unspotted by crime, foiled again by a tiger cat. Produce her and leave us. Dame Hannah, this is not what I expected.
Well, sir, and what would ye with me? Oh, you have begun bravely, bravely indeed. Unappalled by the calm dignity of maiden womanhood, your minion has torn me from my spotless home and dragged me blindfold and shrieking through hedges, over stiles, and across a very difficult country, and left me helpless and trembling at your mercy. Yet, not helpless, coward sir, for approach one step, nay, but the 20th part of 1 poor inch, and this poignard shall teach ye what it is to lay unholy hands on old Stephen Trusty's daughter.
Madam, I am extremely sorry for this. It is not at all what I intended. Anything more correct? More deeply respectful than my intentions told you. It would be impossible for anyone, however particular, to desire.
Bah! I am not to be tricked by smooth words, hypocrite. But be warned in time, for there are without 100 gallant hearts, whose trusty blades would hack him limb from limb, who dared to lay unholy hands on old Stephen Trusty's daughter.
And this is what it's like to embark upon a life of unlicensed pleasure.
Hark ye, miscreant. You have secured me, and I am your poor prisoner. But if you think I cannot take care of myself, you are very much mistaken. Now then, it's 1-to-1, and may the best man win.
No, don't look at me like that. I can't stand it. Uncle Roderick, save me!
What is the matter? Have you carried her off?
Yes, she is there. Look at her. She terrifies me.
Little mannequin!
Roddy Doddy?
My own love wife! How came you here?
Oh, this brute! He carried me off bodily, but I'll show him.
Stop! What do you mean by carrying off this lady? Are you aware that once upon a time she was engaged to be married to me? Oh, I'm very angry indeed.
But I hope this is
Hold
a message.
your tongue, sir.
Yes, Uncle.
Have you given him Any encouragement?
Have I given him... Frankly now, have I?
No, frankly, you have not. Anything more scrupulously correct than your conduct would be impossible to desire.
You. Go away.
Yes, uncle.
This is a strange meeting after so many years.
Yes, very. I thought you were dead.
I am. I died 10 years ago.
And are you pretty comfortable?
Pretty well. That is, yes, pretty well.
You don't deserve to be. For I loved you all the while, dear. And it made me dreadfully unhappy to hear of all your goings on, you bad, bad boy. There grew a little flower neath the great oak tree. When the wind began to lower, little he did she. No need had she to cover, but she dreaded not his power. She was happy in the bower of her great oak tree. Sing hey, like a day. Sing hey, like a day. Let the tears fall free. For the pretty little flower of the great oak tree. Sing hey,
like a day. Like a day. Like a day, like the tears fall free. For the pretty little flower and the great oak tree.
When she found that he was fickle, was that great oak tree. She was in a pretty pickle, as she well might be. But his gallantries were fickle, for death followed with his sickle, and her tears began to trickle for the great oak tree. Sing hey, like a day. Sing hey, like a day. Let the tears fall free for the pretty little flower and the great oak tree. Sing hey,
Like a day. Like a day. Like a day, let the tears fall free. For the pretty little flower and the great oak tree.
Said she, he loved me never, did that great oak tree. But I'm neither rich nor clever, and so why should he? But the fate of fortune's ever, to be free will I forever, I forever and forever to my great oak tree. Sing hey, like a day. Sing hey, like a day. Let the tears fall free for the pretty little flower and the great oak tree. Sing hey,
Like a day. Like a day. Sing hey, like a day. Let the tears fall free. For the pretty little flower and the great oak tree.
Sing
Hey, like a day. Hey, like a day. Like a day. Like a day.
Stop a bit, both of you.
This intrusion is unmannerly.
I'm surprised at you.
I have no time to apologize. An idea has just occurred to me. Bernadette of Ruddigore could only die by refusing to commit his deadly crime.
No doubt.
Therefore, in refusing to commit a deadly crime, it is a tantamount to suicide.
It would seem so.
Suicide is, itself, a crime. So by your own showing, you ought never to have died at all.
I see. I understand. Oh. I'm practically alive!
Rose, when you believed me to be a simple farmer, I believed you loved me.
Madly, passionately.
If I should turn out not to be a bad bard after all, how would you love me then?
Passionately, madly.
As before?
Why, of course.
My darling.
Here I say, belay!
Oh, sir, delay if it is absolutely necessary.
Belay? Certainly not. Having been a wicked baronet of we, once again a modest livelihood I see. Agricultural employment is to be a king, enjoyment for our naturally diffident and meek.
Bodies naturally diffident and meek. If you ask me why I do not pipe my eye, like an honest British sailor I'll reply. That was sorrow for my missus, there'll be bread and cheese and kisses, which is the sort of ration I enjoy. Prompted by a keen desire to eat good, all the blessed common matrimony's yoke. We will toddle off tomorrow from the scene of sin and sorrow for to settle in the town of Basingstoke. Prompted by a keen desire to eat